Hey guys, how's it going? DUJ2 here. This has just radically changed so much. Somehow Square Enix has figured out a way to build anticipation without telling us that they're doing it, and even answer questions without actually directly answering them. Coming soon, a new feature to awaken traits on your metals. By fusing two of the same metal together, you'll unlock a passive bonus. Ground enemy defense -20. Okay, ground enemy defense. Okay, so, this is traits, this is awakening. I'm hopefully going to be able to do a video soon explaining a little bit more about this, because right now, I know there's a lot of people right now who are just watching this and like, wait, what? Two big things that I see here, okay? Two big things that I see here. And something that I had never even considered would be possible before this. First part is the coming soon part, okay? Coming soon. Does that mean tomorrow? This weekend? End of the month? This year? We kind of know how what Square Enix knows by time, you know? And things get pushed back too. 15 years from now? 10 years from now? We are getting traits. What those traits will be, we don't know yet. All we know right now, this is kind of like saying that, you know, you're going to get the 6,000 jewels when Union Cross comes out. When Union Cross comes out. We know we're going to get 6,000 jewels because we hit the 60,000, you know, pre-register mark, but we don't know when. We have no clue when Union Cross is coming out. Also, and this is the second part that I noticed about this, which I'm kind of very, 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 very curious about this. Thus, sorry. See, they're trying to stop me from saying this. Does this mean that we are going to get traits before we get Union Cross in multiplayer? I never even considered the possibility of that. I never even considered the possibility of them releasing traits, because we still have quite a bit of story to catch up before we get Union Cross, right? Unless they're going to radically deviate the plan and change how the story goes, or even maybe even cut a chunk of story out and just give it to us. But if we get Union Cross, if we get the trait system before we get multiplayer, it works. You know, one is not dependent of the other. It just so happens that we know that JP got, you know, when they got it all together. Let's see if there's another tweet. Okay, so that's the only one. Again, I have to say, I have to give. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, this is either someone who is an absolute genius at marketing, or it's they're answering our questions that we've been asking without actually answering our questions. They're answering our questions by giving us more questions. It's nice to know. It's nice to know that traits are coming. This is confirmed. The trait system, the awakening system, is confirmed coming to the global game. We don't know when. We don't know how. We don't even know what traits they're going to be. They could be completely different traits than the ones that people have already seen in the other game. Because I know some people are saying, "Oh, this trait can do this trait can do that." We don't know. We don't know. I mean, the one they give us, the example they give us is none of the really great ones. If you guys have noticed, for those people who do play JP, I've been doing some research too. For those of you who play JP, there is a certain number of traits or specific traits that people really want to go for. Traits that some people have even said may have come to alter the JP game to a point that it might be, I don't want to use the word broken, but it has radically changed the dynamic of the game. And I even know some people who have said if they hadn't done this, the game would be better, or it wouldn't be so difficult for the constant chasing of trying to get that. And I'm going to say that. So all we know is that for sure we're going to get a ground enemy defense negative 20%. We know for sure we are going to get that trait. Maybe we don't know what other traits it's going to be. So again, more questions than answers here. The only answer we know for sure here is that it's coming soon. Traits, the feature of traits is coming soon to the game. That's all we know. I know that we can start assuming and start, predicting and start saying, oh, we're going to get this and this and this and this, but we don't know. We don't know anything about that. And I kind of wish that they would have said, coming soon or coming with Union Cross, Also, the last thing I want to say, I don't remember if I said in another video or not, but there were some people saying that it's they're probably just going to drop Union Cross for us as a surprise. We're going to get multiplayer surprise. We're going to get all this, like all of it just as a surprise. Many people are assuming that it is going to be for the anniversary. We don't even know exactly when the anniversary is going to happen. We do know there's a countdown. The countdown ends tomorrow, guys. So Thursday is supposed to be the day that the anniversary drops. But as you all know, the game wasn't released until April 7th. April 7th, well, I guess it's April 6th at midnight. So I don't know. April 7th was when the game was actually dropped into North America. Because back then it wasn't even global. It was just into North America. So that's another thing too. What's going to happen all day Thursday, or is Thursday going to start a great big event of stuff? So that's another big question. Finally, I know that a lot of people have said, oh, multiplayer, because originally when we heard there was a multiplayer coming, because we've heard there was a multiplayer coming since what, the September of last year, or August, I forget. But we knew that there was a multiplayer in the works. It was coming. We didn't know that there was this whole Union Cross thing going to happen too. That there was going to be a shift in the game, in the meta, and everything. We just knew multiplayer was going to come. We didn't know what kind of multiplayer or even what was going to happen with it. So multiplayer being released into the game was just going to be an added feature of the game. But when Union Cross was announced as, hey, there is a next chapter in the game, or there is a Union Cross chapter coming, or the game is being rebranded, whatever you want to call it. So when that was announced for JP, they did get an actual date. If I'm not mistaken, March 26th, I believe it was. I don't remember. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But they were told about that several weeks beforehand. I don't know if it was a month before, but I do remember that when people said, hey, they announced it, it's this day for JP. So there was an actual date that they were like, this is the date that's going to happen. And maybe, if anything, that's what I've been trying to get at many times when I'm saying, we don't know when it's coming. A release date would be wonderful. We've had release dates before. We've had notices saying the game will be down for a certain amount of time at this time. And they usually happen at least with a couple of weeks of notice. So unless they are just trying to build up a gigantic amount of anticipation, which if they're doing that, congratulations. I actually commented about this right before we made this video, that we had over 300 people in the stream right now, and we've been talking about a bunch of stuff. We've been anticipating, and we've been excited, and we've been like, hey, there's a tweet coming in 10 minutes, 8 minutes, 7 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. So we've been so excited to see this tweet, and we were hoping there'd be a tweet. If there wasn't a tweet, we'd be like, oh well, that we would have been disappointed. But then we get this tweet, and we get a tweet. Sorry, this tweet here, and then we get a tweet that like I said, if anything, it's a huge teaser. It's if that's what they're going for, congratulations, Square Enix. You are totally doing an amazing job. Whoever you have working for you, I just checked to see if there was a new tweet. Whoever you have working for you to build this anticipation, wonderful job. Just, this is something I'm requesting. Just let us know that's what you're doing. If you're just building up anticipation and building up, things, just, a cool little comment somewhere or an extra little tweet saying, hey, what do you guys think of that last teaser, or did you guys like that, or you guys weren't expecting that, or something like that, to be like, okay, cool, they're teasing us, they're anticipating us, they're building up this wonderful thing that we're going to see. We don't even know when the anniversary will be. All they've said is that there's going to be an anniversary. We don't even know what day the anniversary actually drops down. And it could be in 2 days. It could be in 3 days. So that's the thing. Gigantic lack of solid, data, which is fine. If it's supposed to be just building anticipation and they want to keep us completely in the dark till the very last moment, cool. I guess we'll have to take it that way. Anyway, I'm just going to keep it like that. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Again, I've been checking here in a couple different areas really quick. I don't see any other comments. I don't see any other tweets or anything. The one final thing I'm going to say is I forget who said it. I'm so sorry. I really do apologize. I forget who said this, but someone did say that if I thought that because I'm going to call her iKairi 2. I forget who said to call her iKairi 2 now. I think it was Karibo. I think if it's not you, I'm sorry, but someone in the comments on YouTube, I'm checking really quick now, did say just to call her iKairi 2, which I like that, iKairi 2. So we're gonna call her iKairi 2 just because it's gonna be a little easier. So hopefully, because they just released her without a banner behind her, I don't think it means we're going to get one free. If we do, that'd be wonderful. Good idea, Square Enix. That'd be wonderful. You did that. But I think they didn't show the actual banner, because that way they have another tweet for tomorrow night. That way they can build a little more anticipation, so that we just know she's coming, but we don't know what. If they released it, they could have released the banner and just like blurred out all the parts, though. They could have done that. They totally could have done it. Anyway, we're going to leave it there. Very last thing I want to say is llollcoolj. You're right. And I hope everyone that bet against you, I hope that you pay up the 1,000 jewels that you promised, because you're right. I did not love, like, or reply to your comment on YouTube. So I hope everyone does, and I'll take you up in that too. So you owe me 1,000 jewels. All right, let's see if you can pay up. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. As always, I am DUJ2, and I will I'll see you guys next time. See ya.